Hello, welcome to I Love Gay Today. And we are back in Long Beach yet again, but from a different perspective. And we're here with Michelle and Ellie. How are you both?
Great.
Doing well. How are you?
Oh,
Thanks,
fantastic.
Matt.
It's so great
Thanks
to
for
have
having us.
it's great to be here with you. You and I, Michelle, have, as we know, go way back from all the different adventures that we would our lives would coincide with each other, conventions and
That's right.
conferences and all of it. So it's nice to see that your work has really come together and grown in this way.
Well, thank you. And I have to say, Matt, you have been my social media guru. It's like I've learned, everything I've learned has been from you and another friend of mine who kind of on the ground, boots on the ground, helped me.
Yeah.
But because of all the sessions that I've gone to, your seminars, everything that you've done, thank you. You've really helped a lot over the past, we won't say how many years.
No, no. Well, thank you. But no, because as I've known you, you started out with Visit Gay Long Beach, and you've kind of developed it and grown into kind of a powerhouse there now locally. And so, yeah, tell us a little bit about that.
Well, Visit Gay Long Beach, the idea came from a lot of these tourism events that I would go to that you were also part of. Yeah. I would see that a lot of like Fort Lauderdale and Philadelphia and all of these, even St. Louis, Missouri was really into promoting their tourism to the LGBTQ community. And I didn't see that in Long Beach, and it could have been for funding or just whatever they weren't able to reach out to our community in a big way that I thought they could, because Long Beach is such a LGBTQ friendly destination, as well as a resident. I live here, it's filled with gay people and LGBTQ people. So it's a great place to live, work, and also to visit. And I, being in the tourism industry myself, I thought maybe it was time that we started showing it in a bigger way. And so Visit Gay Long Beach started out with that in mind, to show the inclusivity of Long Beach for tourist purposes, for LGBTQ families, couples, everyone is welcome here. And we're going to actually begin working with the CVB, partnering with them. We have something in the works right now, and hopefully soon we'll have some partnership opportunities to show you. Well, but yeah, it lends credibility to our local tourism board. And so anyway, we want to have fun, and we want to give back to the community. And we're a 501c3 now, and we are giving back by taking in donations to run our operation, but also to give back to our community, to the center, to other nonprofits. So. Yeah.
I just don't think that everybody even realizes how much really happens there in Long Beach, in the LGBT world. That it's different, because West Hollywood will be more, let's go out, let's party, let's go on Santa Monica Boulevard. But Long Beach has always been more, more subdued and more. Right. The community is very strong there, but it's always been not as visible when it comes to bar life and so forth. Even though Ripple's right on the beach, which I know closed, that was fun. But you would see it even through Pride. I remember when the Pride Festival in Long Beach was always a small, sleepier affair, but now that's grown into something really huge as well.
Pride in Long Beach is huge, and so that's another thing that we do welcome. A couple times a year we welcome big groups, but I also wanted to bring in. I wanted to help with the bringing in of other business to Long Beach, LGBTQ related business. We have ILGA coming here in May. I wasn't part of bringing that in, but we're going to be doing some supportive work with them and It Gets Better Project. So good. It Gets Better Project is actually running all of the events in the evening, and we'll be helping out with that.
It's a side note, but I'm really glad to hear that, because peripherally that came across my desk. The whole ILGA thing. And so they were thinking, they wanted to talk to me about some stuff. It didn't happen. But when they were talking about a meeting planner, I actually put your name up front and said, have you talked to Michelle? But they told me at the time that they had already picked someone else to work with. And so I didn't really want to, get myself into trouble there. But it's really I'm glad to hear this, because yeah, you're the only one I could think of in Long Beach that would be able to help them at that level.
Well, we're going to be helping them with ILGA. We're doing the evening events, and It Gets Better Project is our actual client. So, but it'll be really fun. And we've been in touch with ILGA. We might be doing some other work for them. And Visit Gay Long Beach is going to be supporting, they're supporting, helping with maybe coordinating land tours. And Long Beach is a great place. You mentioned West Hollywood. Yeah. Well, West Hollywood absolutely has its place in, it's the gay Mecca, right? But it's not so affordable. And I know a lot of LGBTQ people that maybe need to stay somewhere that's a little bit more affordable. It's also very close to the other attractions out of the area, like Disneyland is only, 15-minute ride from here. We have our great airport in Long Beach. It's a 10-minute ride to downtown and the beach area. And you've got, it's just such a great place. I think it's great for families, especially, and people who are maybe just not into all of the crazy nightlife that you might want to go up to West Hollywood, and we'll arrange a tour for you to go up there. But
But no, as you've been expanding and you've partnered with so many folks, the center, the Long Beach LGBT Chamber, and you've got this amazing initiative, Safe Spaces Alliance. You are welcome here. But yeah, tell us about that.
Ellie, that's you, girl.
Well, we started the Safe Spaces Alliance because unfortunately what happened here in Long Beach, they burned the Rainbow Tower down. It's still, being investigated. But that created a lot of alarmment in our community. And being that we're in tourism, we needed to do something about this and really reassure our followers, the people that want to visit here, that they are safe and welcome. So we took the initiative to promote and curate legitly places that they are welcome. So we started the campaign. We reached out to the LGBTQ Center Long Beach, to Carlos, the executive director there, and we reached out to Esteban Gomez, the president of the LGBTQ plus Chamber of Commerce. And we asked them for their support to go to the city council and ask them for, not so much permission, but for them to back us and say, hey, yes, we welcome this initiative. Let's make it official. And then that way there was more, the businesses felt more comfortable doing it as well. Yeah. We had already started it and we were going to continue to do it, but we decided, no, let's make sure we got the backing. And once we got it, it just continued to grow. We went from actually just advertising it to Long Beach to people outside seeing it and wanting to jump on it. And we're like, absolutely, like this is a universal flag that, lets everybody know that if you see, you're welcome. So we did it with that in mind because we wanted to reassure people and let them know, like, yes, you can go here, your money is valued there. You're actually giving to someone who's a small business that's also very much supportive of you, who is not going to turn around and take that money and put it into legislation or promote it in a way that's not beneficial to our community. Yeah. So it's been an amazing journey these past couple of months that we started it. We've had pledges outside of California. We've had Texas, we've had New York City, upstate New York, South Carolina, North Carolina, Seattle, big support coming out of Seattle. My goodness. Oregon, Utah. It's been pretty wild, and we've also crossed over the Atlantic to, the UK, New Zealand, Jamaica, which was really just surprising because we know that Jamaica isn't the most LGBTQ friendly, and there's room for growth there. But just having the support and the pledges and the visibility of them, it really says a lot to our community, and it really puts us at ease and creates more of a bridge for us to continue to have business and do things with folks that are supportive of our community.
And I'm sorry, go ahead, Matt.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, and I think you're getting all those from all over the world because you guys are so good at telling the story and sharing this initiative in video and photos, but on all social media in a way that I think you're reaching people that you probably could never have reached before.
Yeah, it's been really something to connect and have the emails come back to us and them saying thank you to us. And it's kind of like a hot potato with the thank yous because it's like, no, thank you. Thank you for signing up for this because without you, we can, no, but you're the one. And it's just kind of like I said, it's like hot potato. And it's such a beautiful thing to see the community coming together and supporting it.
People are really excited about it. And
Yeah.
the Westin Hotel, one of our big hotels here locally, is actually, they jumped on it immediately, and they have funded an event that we're having in August. They're covering the costs and opening up their doors, and we're going to have a big party. Basically, it's a mixer, whatever you want to call it, but a party to kind of celebrate the "You Are Welcome Here" campaign.
No, I think it's amazing. My whole team at the Pink Media LA, they're all going to be there, including my niece, who actually has been working with us part-time and does some work on the I Love Gay Long Beach profile and keeps that up. And she's the one who engages with you all in that. So I'm looking forward to you all connecting there.
Yeah, me too. And I'll see Fabrice. I haven't seen him for a long time, but yeah, can't wait to meet your niece.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ellie, tell about your personal, I'm sorry. I'm interviewing.
No. This is good because, we was talking about the initiative, right? And really it was because we wanted to absolutely make people feel comfortable. For me and Angela, who's my wife, we run it together. She's the one that did the actual logo and everything behind it. We can go in there and we're fine. There's such a thing as privilege, and let's be real about it. Certain people can walk into certain circles and they're fine, right? And especially in our LGBTQ community. Well, I have a son who's trans, and he's not always allowed to go into certain circles / most of our community that doesn't look a certain way. Can't do that. So the big impetus was also like, look, we can't just sit back and allow these things to happen in our community. We have to do something. Whatever it is that we can do, let's do it. And that's how we came up with the idea of like, well, then let's really welcome them. Yeah. But also to using our privilege, like, well, I can go into doors, then I need to hold them open from other people, because it's important for us to continue to help each other out. Whatever we can do, we need to do for each other. And with my son, it was very important because he's trans, and that community, our community, they're still being attacked. They're still, I don't want to be too negative here, but it's true. They're still killing us. They're writing legislation against us. There's so much things that need to get done. And while, yes, of course, we're all about having a good time and bringing your family here, there's also, for me as a parent, a responsibility to like, well, where are we actually inviting them? And are they really welcome? And hence why having the sticker and the decal and storefronts matters. Because it's a very subtle message, but you can see it when you're coming into the establishment. And that also means for people that are allies, that makes them feel more comfortable, like, oh, what a really great space, to do this. So that was one of my biggest push for it, and why I offered it nationally. Even though the platform we're using is Visit Gay Long Beach, it is its own entity, the Safe Spaces Alliance. And so we created two. One I created for Long Beach, so all the businesses are listed under the Safe Spaces Long Beach, which makes it easier for our community. And then the one at large is for everyone that's taking the pledge, including Long Beach, but it appears as one universal. But yeah, being a parent absolutely for me is important. And I've been an advocate since I've been a parent. So it was natural for me to advocate for my own community once I became more comfortable with myself and what I could do for others.
She has the passion. Doesn't she, Matt? Isn't that great?
And that's just it. And you said it well. It's just somebody, in some ways, somebody has to roll up their sleeves and do the work from that. We do enjoy the networking and the mixers and the conventions and all that, but there is a more serious side that comes to play sometimes, especially at the local level where, and I think regardless of what we see in the news and a lot of the divisiveness out there, that you're providing people with hope, and because life is still continuing to progress and get better, but it's not always obvious to all of us. So rolling up your sleeves and helping make that obvious and helping that come along, I think is amazing.
Thank you. And it's fun work. I mean, I'm an educator during the day, so at night is when I'm answering the emails and I'm stuffing the envelope with the decals and the letter as you received. And recently I had to learn about purchasing global stamps, because I was spending a bunch of them. Like when they would send it to Jamaica, I think I put like 6 on there. I looked it up and I was like, well, I better make it 6. Just make sure it gets there, right? So I'm learning a lot. And while it's work, it's good work. It makes me feel good. And the best part of it is that we're doing it just out of the generosity of our hearts and pockets. Yeah. And we're
having fun working together. I really enjoy working with Ellie and Angela. They are just fantastic. They're so creative and full of passion for the project.
Same, Michelle. We couldn't do it without you. I mean, you came up with the Visit Gay Long Beach, and that has really I mean, I can't tell you enough of how people just welcome that so much, and just, you know, all the work that we're doing around it. And Michelle, your generosity, I mean, it's really awesome to have that connection.
I concur. and I look forward to seeing you guys, as I will be there in Long Beach at the end of September. I'm coming back to LA, and then but the chamber is planning to have me do a presentation, probably like a luncheon or whatever, like I've done before. So hopefully I'll have a chance to see you guys. It'll be great to reconnect.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
This is fantastic. Matt. And really, I'm just glad you guys were able to take a few moments of your time and sort of share your story and let folks know exactly what you're up to there. With your photos you're using in the background, it's very compelling to make people want to come.
Thanks, Matt.
Thank you guys. And just like I said, look forward to seeing you in the real world.
We'll see you soon.
Sure.
All right. Thanks again.
Thanks a lot.
Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.
And it feels good, so good.